of the Honorable Minister of State, Budget and Planning, Prince Adeyeye Ademiron. I hope I pronounced it well. The representative of the Honorable Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Mr. Ni Fadogun. SA to the President-elect, Mr. Shegun Dada. The convener and country director of CGGEJA, Prince John Mayaki. Other distinguished guests and speakers here present, distinguished members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to be in the midst of great personalities of this all-important media workshop, where balancing ethics and patriotism vis-a-vis the duties and obligations of journalists to their nation and the principle of professional practices and espoused. The choice of the topic for discourse, balancing ethics and patriotism, the obligations of the journalists to their country, is so apt, timely, and couldn't have come at a better time than now, knowing that we are at a threshold in our political history. The practice of journalism, being the fourth estate of the realm, is too important to be neglected by any nation, political party, or politician. They are not only set agenda for discourse, they engage critical stakeholders in governance and ensure that government is held accountable for his actions and inactions in relation to promises made towards the delivery of democratic dividend to the governed. In achieving above objectives and many more, the journalist must rely on constitutionally guaranteed freedoms in a democratic atmosphere that encourages criticism, transparency, and accountability, which the current administration of President Muhammad Buhari has continued to allow seamlessly. However, such freedom must come with responsibility. Responsibility in this instance cannot upholding the profession's ethical obligations, engendering peace and stability, promoting patriotism, and exercising some modicum of self-restraint during reporting for the purpose of national unity and cohesion. We as politicians know and recognize the roles, influence, and reach of the media. Hence, we do our best to ensure that we are not only partner with them, we involve them in every step of policy formulation and privileged to witness the process of decision making, especially at MDAs and SDAs of government and administration. Distinguished guests, permit me to state unequivocally the media guiding principles. Obligation and their ethos include being factual, accurate, unbiased, and truthful. They must act independently without special interests to any group or individual. The obligation to balance stories and reportage, the ability to fact-check any news item before reporting, airing, circulating, or sharing same patriotism, but above all, consideration for unity, national interest, and cohesion is paramount to the call of duty. Practicing your profession in such a manner that will not cause harm, social unrest, put the government in bad light to its citizens, but rather protect the nation and integrity are paramount and remains the hallmark of every journalism that knows its onions as its way. Today, I must say that the exalted field of journalism is on trial as the gate has been thrown open to accommodate any comer to engage in all important business of news and information management, thus lowering the standards and accuracy of information being conned out for public consumption. My question now is, can the journalism profession still be trusted to self-regulate even in the face of accelerated erosion of the powers of its famed gatekeepers? Where then is the place of the fundamental principles of journalism? Where is objectivity, fairness, accuracy, balance, fact-checking news item before being conned out? Where is patriotism and normal interests? I'm an advocate of developmental journalism, where the journalist, in the course of being ethical, also has to be patriotic by reporting the various developmental strides of the government of the day. They must advance, educate, and inform the society of those policies that are being conned out and its attendant benefits to them. They must not always be on the other side of the divide just to criticize the government, as no government is totally bad. Patriotism demands that we seek to act and comfort ourselves in such manners as to build and defend our nation and its territorial integrity at all times. Journalists, as citizens, must ply their trade to the advancement of the country's well-being. Criticism must and have to be constructive and not destructive. You must learn from the Western media that will never do what will jeopardize the cohesion and survival of the corporate existence of their country. Nigeria is our country, and Nigeria should come first. To me, patriotism should be the watchword while applying the ethics of your profession. I agree that you must take to task political officers holders so as to ensure good governance and evidence of democracy to get to the grassroots. As the fourth estate of the realm, you are part of the drivers of the national progressive ideas, part of those that should mobilize and ensure that good policies see the light of the day, not otherwise. As you deliberate and brainstorm today, make it a duty to be champions of progress and advancements. Thank you, and God bless.